How's it going, everyone? Mike here. I want to spend a few minutes talking about uh, the recent changes to eBay and the way that eBay manages your payments or eBay's payment method management system. Anybody who's worked with eBay before knows PayPal is it, right? If you've worked with them since day one, PayPal was all around. I love PayPal. I use it on a daily basis. Um, I use it not just for eBay, but pretty much for any other kind of like secure payment that I want to make to let's say somebody that I'm not extremely familiar with, somebody that doesn't have a reputable website. If I'm paying for some kind of a service or anything like that, like PayPal is the way to go. So I love PayPal. I trust PayPal. But the thing that I want to say about this recent change is basically, I just want to say finally. I'm somebody who works with eBay actively. I have a online store, and this year I'm actually making a pretty drastic change when it comes to eBay and what I'm selling through eBay. So I'm completely transitioning and going from what I used to do, which is kind of like if you're familiar with fulfillment by Amazon, for example, a lot of people would purchase things from China or somewhere else, come up with a brand, and then sell them through Amazon or their fulfillment center, which basically means you ship your products to Amazon's fulfillment centers. You create listings, and when people purchase things through Amazon, for example, your listing on Amazon, let's say if it's nicely branded and marketed, then Amazon will actually ship the item for you and take care of that transaction. So you'll basically be collecting your profits while they do most of the work. Now, what I used to do, and I started this years ago, was basically I would just order large quantities of different items from China, and then I would not brand them, and then I would just resell them on eBay, for a nice profit. Now, recently, what I've actually been doing in with most of my, I guess, business is transitioning to print on demand, and that's what I'm going to do with eBay. So because what I used to do would take a lot of time in, for example, preparing, packing, printing, shipping labels, actually shipping products out, it takes a lot of time, and I'm not interested in that anymore. And what I'm like I said, what I'm going to do, and what I've actually started doing with eBay, is simply going 100% print on demand, and what I'm going to be using is of course my favorite platform, which is Printful. So I've linked my eBay store to Printful, and that's already in process. I'm actually just simply listing products every single day. But that's not the topic that I want to talk about. I can actually do videos on that if anybody's interested. I'm kind of curious. That will be kind of like the experiment that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of months, probably a year. I want to see actually if eBay will be as profitable as I think. I have certain doubts because of the performance over the last month, but again, I'm just getting started, so we'll see. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about is two specific things. Number one, eBay managing your payments is not different in any way than, for example, Etsy doing it, or if you have a store through Shopify or anywhere else where your bank account is linked. That's basically what it is. You link your bank account to your eBay account, and they take care of the payments. So there's no middleman like PayPal. Now, the two things that I wanted to mention is there. So let's see. We can go through some of this stuff, but But there were two things. And for me, the most important thing is the number of listings that you actually receive if you have a store. If you sign up for a store through eBay, there are two types of listing limits. I guess we can call them limits, or allowed number of products that you can actually list on eBay. And the difference is, if your account is your payment account is managed by eBay, meaning if it's directly linked to your bank account, and if you're still going through PayPal. And we'll talk about that, because that to me is a significant difference, and that's probably the main reason why I actually love this change. The other smaller, and we'll get into numbers, but the other smaller change is basically, I think it's right here, is basically the fees. The fees, I would say, are definitely not significant. I don't think anybody would, unless you're doing extremely high volume of sales, and they provide a few examples here. We'll look into that. But it's basically it's gone from 13.1%. This is before you switch to eBay link payments, and then to 12.55% if your payments are linked through eBay. So that for me, for example, because of the number, still I'm not going to complain, right? Don't get me wrong, but it's not like we're not talking about 3 to 5%, and then we're still talking about under 1%. But again, it does make a difference. For example, for somebody like this person here, where they're saying, if she's doing $15,000 in monthly sales, then she's gonna notice a difference of about $100 in fees, right? For somebody who's doing, let's say, $500 in sales each month, then you're looking at about $1. So that's where I'm talking about. Like it's not extreme, but again, it's still a difference. Now the things that I do like, and like I said, for me, what works are the number of listings that you can that you receive through your store subscriptions, and this is what I wanted to talk about. In addition to this, I also wanted to say that what I've noticed is the speed at which you actually receive those. I'm not gonna say payments, but the money, the speed that the money is deposited into your bank account. So, for example, I have set my deposit time to be daily. So as soon as the money, for example, is cleared by eBay, and when I say cleared, I mean cleared on the customer side. So when somebody purchases an item and that money is cleared by eBay, it shows up automatically as available in your account, and then you can actually withdraw it or deposit it to your bank account the following day. So I've set that as daily. For my Etsy store, I have it set as weekly, and the Merch by Amazon does it on monthly basis. Now, what I've noticed is if eBay processes the payment first thing in the morning, I will have that money in my account by the afternoon. So it is that quick. It is the same day, right? They say that it takes about 1 to 3 days. I think they're being very generous with their timing, but I've noticed in my experiences it's the same day. So that's great. Now let's talk about this. So if you open a store, and let's see actually where I can pull that information. Now, let's go with this. So these are all the store types, as you can see here. And this is the number of listings that you receive if you subscribe to any of these stores. They call them subscriptions. If you're not familiar with eBay, they don't say open a basic store. They say subscribe. This is your subscription to the basic store. So if you subscribe to the basic store, you get 350 free monthly listings. I believe that everybody gets 250 initially. So even if you don't have a store, as you can see here, starter, then you still get those two. So your total number would be 600, and then the premium store would offer you 1,000, anchor store 10,000, and then it goes on. And we can look at these subscription fees, and you can see the difference. For example, from starter to basic, 21, let's go 22, 60, 300, and then we go into 3,000. Now, basic store, which is $22, if your payments are managed through PayPal, you get 350 listings. Now, because eBay is managing your payments, that has been up to 1,000. The premium store has gone up from 1,000 to 10,000. Anchor store has got up from 10,000 to 25,000. And then enterprise, if you're big time, spending $3,000 a year, then you still get your 100,000, right? But I think these are negotiable plans and whatnot. So basically, what's happened is, if eBay is managing your store, you're basically receiving what you would be getting if you were paying for a more expensive store. So for example, if you're going with a basic store right now, it is the same as paying for a premium store, up until now, or including now if eBay is not managing your payments. So to me, that's basically what does it. So anyways, I've started that new eBay experiment where I'm switching completely to print on demand. I'm gonna go with the basic store and list 1,000 items. I'm gonna go with all t-shirts, like I said, through Printful, and I want to see what's gonna happen. Now I'm gonna be using designs that have not completely been proven through Merch or Etsy. So I'm gonna actually experiment with maybe about 700 designs just to see what the market is like on eBay, because I know, for example, that there's certain categories that would sell on Etsy that wouldn't sell as much on Merch or vice versa and all that kind of stuff. So I actually want to see who the audience is on eBay, and I'm also considering only listing and shipping to US and Canada. It's a bit, I don't want to say, it's not risky to ship worldwide. I'm just thinking about shipping times, and I'm thinking about returns and all that kind of stuff, and customer service. So I think I'm going to start out small and see what happens. I have a pretty huge eBay account. I can sell up to, I think it's something like 35,000 items and a couple $1 million worth of inventory. So because like I said, I've been doing a lot of sales on eBay over the last couple of years. I've been averaging about 40 to 60,000 in sales every year. And so basically, switching to this, it's going to be a huge change. But again, it won't involve any work on my side. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm curious, what you guys think about eBay. If anybody's actually working actively with it, I think it's completely underrated and underused. Specifically for print on demand. I think a lot of people are a lot more comfortable with, Etsy, even having stores through Shopify. But I think eBay will catch on. I think a lot of people are using eBay, but I would basically say not as much as you would expect. And I'm not talking in general. I'm talking about print on demand specifically. So I think it's going to be my experiment. I might give you guys updates. I don't think it'll be very impressive even with the 1,000 items up for sale, but who knows? We'll see. Anyways, as always, let me know what you guys think about this change, and questions, thoughts. You know where to leave them. And like I said, as always, thank you for watching.